What's going on, all my Houston fans and all the sports fans around the way? It's your boy Corey. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to get the latest on your Houston squads. Houston Rockets versus San Antonio Spurs, man. We take it 118 to 106. I got a chance to watch the game today. I was in and out of it yesterday. Man, I had, family time, a daughter. So, I was kind of going all over the place, but I got a chance to really sit down and watch this game today, man, brick for brick. A man Thompson was a straight bully last night, man. Complete bully, man. He completely shined in that game. Now I understand, being that the Spurs. I feel like where they at in this little dark, mood area, like where they don't have Wemby, and they just made some big trades. I think right now, man, they're just gonna probably pack it in, because I mean they have been playing scrappy the last couple of televised games that I did see them in. But all in all, man, yeah, I think they're packing it up. I don't really see it going too much further this season with them. Now, shout outs to Wemby though, man. Hopefully, they can get that whole situation injury figured out. Because blood clots, man, that is a very, very, very serious thing, man. So I'm happy that they caught that early, man. Because I don't want to see any type of NBA sports player, for any type of sports player for that matter, go into a situation, man, where they could potentially, be something fatal. So good thing they caught it quick. Speedy recovery to him, because I know they're gonna, get him some work and some rehab in the offseason. But yeah, as far as that, I don't really see the Spurs, like I said, I think they're just packing it in. But back on the Rockets. Jalen Green even came out and shined last night. Like, and I thought they would get some really push back from guard play. Because I actually there's a couple of Spurs players, man. I'm like, yeah, they're coming in, for the near future. But I mean, Houston Rockets take care of business, man, which is actually ironic because we are like under 500 when it comes to back-to-back games. When we have them, we just lose them, and that has really just been the case. This pretty much just to sum up this year. Now that we're going into the second half of the season. But I mean, just looking at the box score, man. Like I said, man, Thompson first, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, man. Completely just stuffing the stat sheet, man. He is going to be, once he get that grit of knowing that he can potentially do that every night, man. Rockets fans, we're gonna have a player on our hands, man. But Dillon Brooks did pretty good last night. 19 points, 4 rebounds. I'll take that from Dillon Brooks, man. He actually he I wasn't a fan of his shot early on in the season to begin with. Like, he was knocking some down here and there. But I think he heard the chatter from last year. And I think that last year before he left Memphis, he has been shooting the ball pretty well this season, man. I'm actually surprised because he didn't really have that in his game before. He didn't have the three ball. Like I said, he knock it down every here and again. But yeah, man, he heard the chatter, definitely, over these last like 2 years. And man, yeah, now he's been knocking down that shot, man. And so we've been looking good. Jeff Green did pretty good last night too, from what I seen on the highlights and stuff like that, man. But all in all, so I wanted to speak on something real quick because I was talking to a couple of friends about this earlier. So I did get a chance to see um the press conference with Ime, and they asked him, they was asking him about minutes with the Cam Whitmore thing, because obviously, as you guys know, he didn't really get no shine. He got no shine last night, and over the last maybe 2 or 3 games since Jabari has come back, he has really got no shine. Um, and that was the thing he spoke on, really, is because of the simple fact that Jabari has come back, that it's hard to find him minutes in particular, because of Jabari being back. But man, I feel like Cam is definitely Cam is going to probably be the player that we lose in this whole little rebuild core that we have going on. I can't really see Cam being here that much longer, especially going, for next, maybe the next year, the year to come, especially with the, you still over here developing Reed Shepard. I like Cam Whitmore. I like his game. Sometimes I do feel like he's going 100 miles an hour. Sometimes just for absolutely no reason, and sometimes he can be a little out of control. But I think they can develop that. They can figure that out and develop that, man. And I think he's just gonna probably be the player that's gonna be oust, because they've just got him, man, buried at the end of the bench, man. And sometimes when you're a player, if you guys play sports, that's watching, it's an ego thing because you're good enough. Sometimes you have this situation where I know I'm good enough to be on the floor. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best in the world, but I am good enough to be on the floor. And in his case, he is good enough to have like some of our rotations that I see on a night to night basis. He is good enough to be on the floor, but just he man company, and it's just like, yeah, man, they just can't find him any minutes. So unfortunate for him, man, that they can't get him any minutes. And but now we move to 29, 20 and 9 at home, and we're 37-22 on the season. With these last two wins that we have scooped up, I think we actually are sitting pretty. You know what? As a matter of fact, I don't want to lie. Let's look it up right now. Let's see where we're at in the standings because I haven't even checked that, to be honest. Let's see, Western standings. Let's see where we're at right now. Western. Okay, so we moved back up to four. We moved back up to fourth in the West. We were at fifth. Couple of teams and dropped some different games. But I will tell you one thing, because the Lakers is the fifth right behind us. That trade is starting to look that trade is starting to look crazy, man. Because it seems like Luca and LeBron has found somewhat of a rhythm, to playing together over these last 3 or 4 games. Now I know there's still more games to go, but man, that's starting to look Dallas. At first, I kind of tried to defend it a little bit because I was like, okay, well, they say Anthony Davis is supposed to be the guy that they're the one that he's the one piece away from them, repeating and doing all this other, stuff that they, said they were going to do, like, to make playoff runs. But that trade is looking crazy now, man. And I'm kind of feeling what the what the fans was protesting before, because Anthony Davis, we haven't seen him since the first game. That from the first game that he got traded over. Now he did look great in that game because he was saying before on the Lakers he plays better when he has another center alongside of him, and with Gafford and PJ Washington playing, he did look pretty good. But with the non-contact injury that happened, in that game, we haven't seen him since then. So you know, um, availability is your biggest thing that you can have, playing sports. And like I said, we haven't really seen him with the Mavericks, due to that injury. So Luca has been playing pretty good, man, over these last couple of games. Like I said, with LeBron, like I can't even believe that I'm even putting both of them even in the same sentence, which it still kind of sounds crazy to me that I'm watching a Lakers team with Luca and LeBron on it at the same time. That's like that's crazy to me, and I just can't seem to figure out like how the hell did I wouldn't even say how the hell did the NBA let that happen, but it's more so how the hell did the Dallas Mavericks let that happen? And I know down the line, which I've told a few people this, there's gonna be way more to that story that comes out later on. Because I feel like he bumped heads with somebody in that organization for them to get rid of him like that. Like I said, they can say, "Oh well, it's the max. We didn't want to pay the max, and he's out of shape, and he has some off the court stuff that makes him out of shape." Well, man, hey, look, the man that's out of shape, he over there, damn near triple doubles, and if we're listening to you guys and you're saying that he's out of shape and he's doing that, I can't even fathom what he's gonna look like if he does get in shape. But him and LeBron they're figuring something out. Now I hate to make this a Laker thing because, like I said, I'm not even a Lakers fan or anything, but they are on our heels in that fifth spot, man. So it's gonna be very interesting as we continue on this season, man. To see what these, see what our Rockets, can do to come up, man. But all in all, like I said, it was a good game yesterday. We took care of business. We did come out just a tad bit slow at the beginning, but once they picked it up, it was no looking back. They took off with it, and I know the score looks a lot closer, towards the end. When you got the bench in, they just kind of going up and down, but they took care of business yesterday, and I think they outscored in the Spurs outscored Houston 31-17 in the fourth. So I mean, it is what it is, but overall, like I said, I got to watch the whole thing today. That was a good win. What I'm saying, it's the Spurs. What is the Spurs record? 24-33. They 10-19, in a away game. So, I mean, just take it with a grain of salt. We're gonna enjoy the win. We move back and forth in the West, man. And we're gonna continue to keep this thing chugging, man. But until next game, man, you guys make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And until then, I'll see you guys next game, man. Peace.